Serena Williams is largely considered to be the best of the best, but that doesn't mean she hasn't met true competition, or more precisely, Naomi Osaka, the 25-year-old who's already beaten her multiple times. Who knows, maybe she'll even manage to take her title. In this video, we'll be taking a look at Mike Tyson, saying that Serena Williams' biggest rival Naomi Osaka is the greatest tennis player, so stay tuned. First off, Mike Tyson snubbed Serena Williams in favor of her rival. Milan Tyson is known for her interest in tennis, and given his daughter's participation in the game, it's well known that Mike Tyson's also a passionate tennis fan. Tennis matches frequently feature the former heavyweight champion in the crowd. He even said that the sport had broadened his horizons. And of course, if you're a tennis fan, there's no way you're going to miss out on possibly the greatest tennis player ever. So it's no surprise that Mike is a big fan of Serena Williams and greatly respects her both as an athlete and as a person. Despite this, Iron Mike did not hesitate to snub the 23-time Grand Slam champion, and even referred to her fiercest opponent and Corday's girlfriend as the best in the world. Tyson and rapper Corday argued that Naomi Osaka was the best player in the entire globe on the most recent episode of their podcast Hot Boxin'. In the episode, Tyson said that Naomi was not only the best but also the most attractive tennis player in the world. He also mentioned how Osaka seemingly couldn't understand why his daughter was upset with him for meeting her. Obviously, she was also a fan of Williams, but still, Tyson found it hard to believe she would resent him for supporting who he thought to be an extremely talented and praiseworthy athlete. So his daughter's resentment towards him may have had a role in this. Coming up, Mike Tyson has always been a supporter of Serena Williams. Some would say that Milan's anger is understood. After all, Williams has long had the support of Iron Mike, who stood by her during her memorable scandal at the 2018 Olympics. Williams suffered one of the greatest defeats in tennis history in 2018, when she fell to Naomi Osaka. But that wasn't the only controversy surrounding the game. As if it wasn't shocking enough to see the greatest tennis player lose like that, the tennis player claiming that the referee had been caused even more of an uproar. Apparently, she and her team had received a warning from the referee for improper coaching. Now, back then, Tyson sided with Williams since the public was split over who was right in this matter. He asserted in an interview that the referee did not treat her fairly, though he did admit the tennis legend could have handled the situation better. He said that he firmly believed the umpire had made a bad call by singling out Serena, and that it hadn't been fair to her. He also added that, on the other hand, she also could have kept her cool and handle the situation better, especially since there's no way she could have benefited from arguing with him. So it's understandable that Mike suddenly snubbing her in favor of her greatest rival is a bit of a bitter surprise to those who also support Serena. Still, while no one's arguing the fact that Serena Williams is the greatest, Naomi deserves the spotlight now. Following up, it's Naomi's time to shine. Everybody knows that to be considered rivals, the two people have to be on equal grounds. Not to mention, out of their 4 fights, the 25-year-old won 3 of them. Extremely impressive for someone so much younger than her. The 2022 season clearly demonstrated that Williams is one of the most sought-after athletes in the world, whether for fans of those interested in tennis from a financial aspect, despite her absence for the majority of the year prior to her eventual evolution away from tennis. Williams came in second place on the list of the highest-paid female athletes in the world, just behind Naomi Osaka. According to information provided by Forbes, the legendary player earned a total of $41.3 million, placing her in second place. Williams only made $300,000 from 5 victories during her 2022 season, but even so, she earned an outstanding $41 million in other sources of income, including endorsements and investments in businesses. Maybe her second place was only because of her retirement, but still, it shows how Naomi beat her once again. Maybe it's time to acknowledge that if there is anyone that can give Serena's title as greatest of all time a run for its money, it's her. Now for how Serena is still earning nearly as much as Naomi. Even though she only officially announced her retirement in August of this year with a goodbye at the US Open, everyone was still expecting it well in advance, given her extended absence since mid-2021. Serena Williams retired from tennis in front of her home audience at the US Open in September of last year. Despite this, she continued to make enormous money off the court, and there was little question as to how appealing Serena Williams the brand was to potential advertisers. Some of the top companies in the world, such as Nike, Nike, Gucci, Nintendo, and Gatorade have agreed to continue supporting the former tennis star after her retirement. What's more, Williams also serves as the spokesperson for a number of other companies, such as the clothing line S and the jewelry line Serena Williams Jewelry. As a matter of fact, the 41-year-old has also recently revealed the debut of Will Perform, a new lifestyle brand featuring a product range aimed at assisting athletes with basics for pain relief and muscle care during recovery. Not to mention, the Forbes list of the richest American women who are self-made includes Serena Williams. She comes in at number 90 with an estimated asset base of $260 million. The only other athlete in attendance was Maria Sharapova, who came in 97th with a fortune that was $40 million less than that of her former teammate. Though, compared to Naomi, Serena earned $35 million, whereas her rival earned over $50 million in 2022. Finally, the achievements of Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka. The American player has won 73 WTA singles titles. 23 of those are Grand Slam events, thus making her the second player in the world to have won more majors in this specialty. She's behind only Margaret Smith Court, who has 24 wins. Serena has finished the virtual Grand Slam 2 times, which consists of winning in 4 successive slams, though not in the same calendar year. She's also won year-end Master Cups 5 times and 19 Premier Category tournaments, as well as 21 Tier 1 and Tier 2 titles and a gold medal at the London Olympics back in 2012 against Maria Sharapova. Meanwhile, her rival Osaka is a 4-time Grand Slam singles champion. She's got 2 US Open and 2 Australian Open titles. The 7 titles she has on the WTA Tour also include 2 at the Premier Mandatory level. She won her first 2 major titles in back-to-back tournaments at the 2018 US Open and 2019 Australian Open. Plus, Osaka was also the first woman to have won consecutive major titles after Serena in 2015, and the first to win her first 2 in successive majors after Jennifer Capriati in 2001. Now, Serena boasts many victories in women's doubles and mixed doubles, where there are 16 other Grand Slam tournaments, of which 14 were won with her older sister Venus and 2 in mixed doubles, both won with Max Mirny in 1998. Osaka, however, has never played mixed doubles, but she has expressed her desire to do so. Moving on, 7-time Grand Slam champion being handed Australian Open wildcard at age 42. First up, 42-year-old Venus Williams handed wildcard entry to the Australian Open. Celebrated American tennis player Venus Williams was given a wildcard entry to the Australian Open next month at 42 years of age. It's been 25 years since Venus first came to Melbourne Park, and she said that she's excited to be heading back. Venus is widely regarded as one of the all-time greats of the sport and has been playing tennis professionally since 1994, having started at the age of just 14. The 2-time Australian Open finalist said that she's been playing in the country for over 2 decades at this point, and the Australian community has always wholeheartedly supported her. She continued that it'll be an honor to compete for the fans once again, and she's excited to make more memories at this year's tournament. Next up, Venus has been out of luck during her last few matches at Melbourne Park. Ever since she lost the AO final to her sister Serena back in 2003, Venus has qualified past the 4th round only 4 times in Australia. The last time she appeared at the Grand Slam in 2021, she was defeated in the 2nd round by Sara Errani. She's also lost in the 1st round twice in 2 of her last 4 attempts at Melbourne Park. Despite all this, together with Serena, the 7-time Grand Slam champion has combined to win the women's title 4 times, in 2001, 2003, 2009, and 2010. Plus, back in 1998, she also won the mixed doubles with Justin Gimelstob. Lastly, Craig Tilley says Venus is a leader. Craig Tilley, the tournament director of the Australian Open, says that Venus isn't just a fan favorite and an amazing player, she's also a great role model and leader in tennis in many ways. He added that they're delighted to be welcoming her back to the Australian Open in January. In 2022, Venus only played a single Grand Slam, the US Open, which she bowed out of in the 1st round. She still hasn't progressed past a 3rd round at any of the Grand Slams since 2017. Now, she's the 15th American woman who's confirmed to be participating at Melbourne Park. The others are Sofia Kenin, Jessica Pegula, Coco Gauff, Madison Keys, Amanda Anisimova, Danielle Collins, and Sloane Stephens. Her sister Serena will not be taking part this year now that she's retired from tennis. Only one woman on the main draw list was from Australia, Ayla Tomljanovic. That's a wrap for this video. Do you prefer Serena Williams or Naomi Osaka? Do you agree with Mike Tyson's words? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.